I called my wife. She didn't answer.
Uh-oh.
I called you. You didn't answer.
Well, what's the problem?
And I found myself venting.
Well, what's going
and then
on?
my wife called.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, she don't answer. Man,
What?
who are these women? They don't answer. I called you. I called my sister. I called my wife. Called my sister. Nobody answered.
What's going on?
I was just kind of irritated.
Oh.
Without going into detail, I just want to say this to all the teachers out there. Drew, what's going on, Drew? They're gonna re-air the show that you taped on the lady Gail D. Bogany show. It's gonna re-air next Thursday. Just finna talking about you, my brother. So your show is gonna air next Thursday, so you can check that out on Raymond Word Television.
Hello, Reverend Landry.
I was to all the teachers out there and educators and administrators and everybody in education. I just want to give you a big shout out for all the people who do not appreciate you for what you do. For all the people who go to the cliches and say teachers don't teach, they're not teaching these kids anything. And I want to tell all the parents while your children are online, please teach them how to hit the mute button.
Oh, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. What you mean hit the mute button?
No,
now, because some teachers don't want them.
Well, no. Listen. If teach your children, if you're on the phone in the background trying to chop up the same teacher who's pouring his heart and soul out to your children, teach your children, your grandchildren to hit the mute button so you won't create any animosity between the person who's trying to give you everything to your family. While you trying to say teachers don't teach and the kids not learning anything while you allowing your children to sleep in the room.
Y'all heard what he said? Teachers, he said teachers need to teach their parents need to teach their children how to use the mute button if you're a teacher.
No, not if you're a teacher. If you are a parent and you too busy gossiping on the phone, talking about the people that's sacrificing their time and to be teacher preachers, motivators, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever you want to call it. Be careful who you chopping up, because those are very people you're going to lean on to do a job that y'all don't want to do. Okay, so some of y'all don't even want to read to your children, let alone teach them. So be careful when you say teachers don't teach. They're not teaching them nothing. How about we train these children to listen and be obedient, so we don't spend half our time trying to get classroom management, especially from your living room while he's sitting right next to you. Why am I trying to manage your child for classroom behavior when he's sitting right next to you while you're on the phone chopping? I'm
Lord.
Okay. I'm not going to take anything laying down. So to all my
God. All my
educators, shouts out to you, because I know firsthand what you're going through. It's not just about teaching material and logging in and hitting the button and saying good morning class. It's about making sure people are not laying in the bed, trying to make sure people are not trying to fry eggs and make grilled cheese sandwiches while you're actually teaching, to make sure that kids are up and ready. They're not wrestling with their children. Parents are not talking to them when you're talking to them, and they got to decide, do I listen to mama or do I listen to teacher during class time?
Okay, so question.
So I'm doing great, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it for what it is.
So question. So you saying that while you're trying to teach, the children is laying in the bed. Some of them laying in the bed. The parent covered up. Some of
the neck.
To the neck, and some of the parents is back there frying eggs, chicken.
No, the children are cooking. Cleaning the kitchen. Stand on top of the counters getting cereal from out the cabinet.
I'm sorry. Why you teaching?
While I'm teaching. Laying down, kicking their legs in the air like they're doing a helicopter.
Yeah.
Children in the room sleep. And then I overhear the parent trying to chop up the teacher about we not teaching. Man, we don't. Oh, man. I'm not intimidated, and I don't.
Okay, well, so y'all, we not.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so listen.
So virtual learning, sometimes it's virtual wrestling, because you're trying to get the child to pay attention. Okay,
so let's just make this clear, everybody. Let's just make this clear that we are not. This is not our topic for tonight. But he's talking about how these kids is acting at school. You know,
and more so how the parents, everybody want to go to the cliche of playing the blame game.
Oh wow!
I think that's my biggest beef with grown-ups. We're teaching our children how to make excuses for lack of effort, lack of success. We're teaching them how to make excuses. Blame the person who's supposed to be teaching you, even though they are teaching. Let's say they're not teaching, and that way explain why you're not succeeding. So it's really not your fault at the end of the day. You're destroying your child when you do that. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to keep it real.
Okay.
I couldn't wait to get to this microphone.
Okay, so
how they say, I ain't scared. Right.
Well, we know you're not
scared.
We know you're not scared. We know you're not scared because I have heard the horror stories. I have heard the horror stories.
Because at the end of the day.
And what's up, parents? I thought that y'all kids were supposed to be at school. Why are they at Walmart and Best Buy?
That's what happens.
And
for all the
McDonald's
teachers,
playing on them.
For all the teachers who had the students start online, but then they lost signal when they got in the car to go to Kroger's and HEB during school hours, my heart goes out to you. And then when you look up, if you're with the school and you have some that haven't done the assignment since the first week of school, but then you got to hear people put you down and say things that make you feel unappreciated by saying the teacher's not teaching, but yet you have assignments that's not being done from week 1, and here we are in week 5. But I'm just saying. So y'all think this is an easy job? If it's so easy, why are enough parents not signing on as being a teacher's assistant? Okay, I'm done. That's it. But I'm doing great. God is good. All right, turn it up. You ready?
Well, cause I mean, it seemed like because you.
I'm just not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for every educator who has to go through this.
First of all, let me tell you one thing. You're not gonna keep over talking me while I'm trying to say a word or two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All because you all emotional and going on.
There you go. Why man gotta be emotional?
Well, because
watch the words. Word choice. That's a buzzword that make me go off. Don't just call me emotional.
Well, you are because
buzzword. Watch your buzzwords,
oh my
man.
God. I mean,
watch your buzzwords.
Again, y'all, we are not talking about how you got people. Look, you got people talking about, my sister say, sitting in the car eating Happy Meals while the teacher is teaching the lesson.
Mm-hmm. All kinds of stuff going on. You will have no idea what we're up against when it comes down to educating children on a regular day. Now, this virtual learning, it is extremely difficult because you have to try to get have control of a classroom from their mother's living room and kitchen and bedroom.
Oh, wow.
And car and backyard. And I got kids. Well, I love my kids. I have a great group of kids. Many of them I roll with. We had a great discussion on politics. Those kids were dropping some knowledge like they was on CNN.
Wait a minute. So tell me this. When y'all kids go back?
Some of them are back now. And then some more can come back at the end of the month. So don't get me wrong, I have some great kids. But I've heard stories about how kids want to have to go walk the dog right quick. During class, because that's the dog's time to walk.
What?
Woo! Oh yeah. Virtual learning, baby. The dog got to get his in too. The dog has to go walk.
That's crazy.
Dogs are crying. You hear them howling in the back and they want to get let in.
Okay, get me understood. Get me straight.
Y'all think it's a
wait a minute.
We're up against it.
So are you telling me that y'all are teaching, right? Mm-hmm. You're teaching.
Hard,
wait a minute.
Hard.
And the kids are taking the dogs out. What you mean? What you mean outside?
Oh yeah. The chores are still being done while you're trying to teach. Yeah. Y'all don't know what we're up against.
Wow.
This is not a normal situation. Okay.
Wow.
And I will say this, and we're gonna get into tonight's topic. We're gonna separate tonight's topic. I want everybody with a child in school, please understand this.
Oh, wow.
Please stress to your child that learning is a shared education is a shared responsibility. A shared responsibility. It's our job to give the information. It's their job to receive and internalize the information with the intentions to apply the information at a later time. Say it again. I like it. I like the definition from Lawrence 18. I just felt real good about it. Education is a shared responsibility. It is the educator's responsibility to give the information in a differentiated way, because some kids learn on different levels in different ways. It is every child's responsibility to receive the information, internalize the information with the intentions to apply the information at a later date. That's when education takes place. It's not when a teacher talking till they blue in the face don't have enough energy to walk to the parking lot, only to know that a child is going to sleep and didn't receive anything. And then if I could hear people, ungrateful people say the teachers are not teaching. When teachers roll over at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking, maybe I can teach this and maybe they can get the concept. When teachers can't enjoy their own children at home because they're too busy on the phone and meeting with other teachers on Sundays 4 hours, 3 weekends in a row to try to prepare a lesson to reach little Johnny who rather sleep and get online at 11 o'clock instead of 8.
Okay.
So please watch your mouth.
Okay, listen. Latricia Thomas says, she says, speak, fell in my biology and my chemistry class. She say, he have an iPhone 11,
all the latest
leave and come back in the wrong class.
Yep, sometimes don't come back at all.
And
give him a break, you won't see him till tomorrow.
And then she said, what at the beauty supply buying weed during class time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. See, you're not going to hear that. You're
crazy.
only going to hear the cliche people that's always complaining and always pass the buck. A very easy thing because everybody says the teachers are not teaching. These teachers don't care about these kids, and you have no idea what it takes just to walk in the class with an intention to want to educate a child, let alone actually go in there and go get it done. So please be careful to judge a job that many of y'all would never do.
Oh, I done heard it.
Not even with your own shop.
Look, I done heard it all in the nail shop. I done heard it all texting teachers at 10 o'clock at night. Do your parents be doing that?
And then the killer part about it is we getting chopped up, and the addict was. Some parents don't even know how to log on to the internet. Let's leave that alone. Okay, let's get to the topic.
Wait a minute. One more question. Do your parents have access to your personal phone, and do they text you?
Well, here's what the good teachers do. We don't have. Sometimes some teachers, some educators give out their personal information to their parents because they want to be that connected to the parents.
Okay,
because
you got to be.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not that connected, but if I know I need to get in touch with you, I don't have time to be going star 67. I don't know if you see me do it. I just call you. Period. Because it's not about my privacy, about me getting some information to you. And if you see that I'm really trying to help you with your child, I know that you're not going to really nag me.
Okay.
I'm not intimidated.
Okay, question again. Do the parents have access to your personal line, and can they get in touch with you?
I've had parents that are able to get in touch with me, but parents don't. Many parents that I have, in 23 years, I've had some great parents. So the little experience I had today was not normal. That's somebody that just probably have lived a life and not appreciating people who lay down their heart for them. Selfish folks and make these selfish comments. But I've had some great parents.
Okay. So Miss Latricia say yes, just got off the phone with one. Okay, so let me ask this question. When you get off, you clock out 3:15, 3:30 to 4 o'clock.
Clock out.
No, you know what I mean.
You never clock out because when they have access to you through stuff like Class Dojo, they can talk to you Google Classroom. They can send you emails. There's never.
Okay, so I'm asking this: after 3:15, 3:30, 4 o'clock, are you supposed to, tell the parents I'm off? I'm off. I don't want to.
Do you know for the good teacher, for the good educator, for the educator that has a heart for the children, that is extremely hard to do. Now, it sounds crazy, but you know how many educators have gotten into it with their spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends while they're at dinner, they're still trying to answer an email because they care that much about the kid. So now they're getting into it with their significant others because they that dedicated to what they do. And those same people, those same parents, those same type of that same class will say that teacher don't care. Not knowing she just got into an argument with her boo at Grand Lux while she was eating her Parmesan chicken because she was trying to answer an email on a Friday night. Wow. And yet y'all be the first one to say teachers not teaching. Have no idea what that sacrifice is.
She say no clock out. There is no clock out. Especially with this virtual.
How about that? How about when your students are no longer in your class and they're grown people and they inboxing you and texting you and just want to talk about life. And you shut down everything to talk to your students because you always had love for them and it never went away. And then you got to listen to people that say, they're not teaching.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Some would say that after that child leaves your class, there shouldn't be any type of...
Not long as 18. Every child that's in my class from now in the past.
I want to know some teachers. I want to know some teachers. Are you still communicating with your class
I still talk
after they have left your class?
I love my crew. I talk to all my folks. My first class, 30-some years old, and we still talk. It is what it is. Lacey, I think we better get into the topic, or we'll never get to it.
Well, because this must be a good topic because people is.
You're right.
They're talking about it. But I noticed that it's mostly teachers that is talking about it. I would like to hear from some parents that has some children that's doing virtual learning. And do they feel like that their children is learning? Are they learning through the virtual class? Or do they think that their child would be learning more if they had that classroom? Yeah. Atmosphere.
Me personally, I think it's a class. Everybody needs a classroom. The virtual learning is too much freedom, and for the now let me say this. Now I give you the negatives. Let me give you the positives.
Okay.
For the child who is interested in being their best, they're engaged. I had some kids that, hey man, we had a lesson on informational text and reading today. But one of the kids said, Mr. 18, did you see that debate last night? And I said, oh, well, let's get into it, big boy. These are fifth graders. Mr. 18, did you see that debate last night? And no, they wasn't talking about the fly on Pence head. They were talking about some real stuff. Talking about how Donald Trump thinks he da-da-da-da-da. Do you know I was able to tie in because we were going to read one story. But because they want to talk about politics, I hurried up and went to readworks.org and found an article on voting, on when white men could vote African Americans won the right to vote in 1870. African Americans, they gave African Americans the right to vote in 1870. 50 years later, women got the right to vote in 1920. And then they learned in 1971, they dropped the age to 18 to where you can vote. And I gave them a passes on that. So they ate that one up. Boom, boom, boom. Then I found them another one on Constitution, on how the Constitution operates and who has the right to vote and things like that. And they had the most intelligent, mature conversation with me about this election coming up.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And it wasn't what they heard their parents say. They had some in-depth conversation. And it was so deep, I felt like I was talking to some teenagers in high school. And it gave me chills. I was like, man, now this right here is a classroom. Let's go. So we turned a reading lesson into a social studies lesson, turned to politics. And I got my whole lesson taught. And we enjoyed every last minute of it. Now, see, that's when, and do you know, and 5 minutes later, Satan had somebody say, these teachers not teaching these kids nothing. And that's when I heard that conversation after we had one of the best days since we've been in school. But that's how Satan shows up in everything that you try to do. Every time you try to do good, evil's always present.
Wow. Learn a lot on virtual learning.
It almost, I ain't gonna lie, it caused me to forget about the beautiful moment I had with some kids that showed me that they can think on an intellectual level.
Yeah.
And fifth graders now. And it stole my joy to hear them speak maturely. It stole my joy to be being proud of them. And that's how Satan does. And it's amazing how I had a very educational, mature conversation with a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds. And it was an elder who got under my feathers and made such a judgmental comment that kind of got next to me.
Wow.
You would think it'll be the other way around.
Right. But it wasn't.
Welcome to the world of virtual learning.
Okay, so talking about our topic on tonight. This was a juicy topic, and I do believe that, it is what it is. Thanks to our president who does no wrong, and he's untouchable. So therefore, guess what? Now teachers have to teach in the classroom, but that's okay because it's coming where the kids will be able to return back to the classroom, and there will be some normalcy.
Oh yeah.
That there will be some normalcy that will take place. Thank the good Lord, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So now our topic on tonight.
Oh man.
Yes, and we was chopping it up before we came on air talking about, well, does a man need to be stable or established stable or established before he tries to take on a wife. What y'all think about that?
Oh.
So what you think about that?
Well, Lady G, this is my second time around, so I had two different perspectives because I got married at 21 the first time, and then I got married at 46 the second time. So you're talking about a 25-year gap between first and second marriage.
Okay.
The first marriage, I was actually finishing up college at Texas Southern. I remember Bobby, Pastor Dixon.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, his father, bless his soul, was still here on earth with us, and his mother, Sister Lurleen Dixon. Shout out to Miss Dixon. She was running the church daycare. I would go to class in the morning, Texas Southern, and I had a job at the church. I would drive the church van to go pick up the kids from school, and then I would do the afternoon recreation with them, like sports and stuff like that. So I had a little part-time job at the daycare center. I wasn't making a lot of money at all. And
okay, give or take how much was you making? But back then,
are you serious?
Yeah, about $7 an hour.
Every 2 weeks?
Was it $7?
Every 2 weeks, about $230, $250. Every 2 weeks, about $125 a week.
Okay.
That was my
okay.
goodness. That
okay.
was no money. Okay. But remember, a one-bedroom apartment, like I told you, was like $300, $315. So you look at it like that. So
okay.
Still wasn't a lot of money.
Okay.
But anyway, I got married. Had a double wedding with my brother who passed away. We had a double wedding, and we were struggling. But I was still going to school with the intention of getting my degree and try to better myself.
Okay. So I guess my question would be did you feel like the time was now when you asked Michelle to marry you and you knew that you were only just making $125 a week? What was going through your head when you asked her?
Okay, are we gonna be like open up like for real?
Well, for real. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about do you need to be established before you try to take on a wife?
Okay, see that's kind of like a layered answer, because if anybody have a mother like I have, my mom is one of them. Jesus is not pleased with you unless you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
And at the time, I was shacking up.
Okay.
I was shacking up. Okay.
Okay.
That didn't sit well, and so was my brother at the time.
Okay.
So my mama, her two oldest sons shacking up.
Okay.
And my mama, that was sitting well with her spirit. I don't even think she can enjoy her gumbo, knowing she got two sons shacking up with women. And the first thing she's gonna say, I didn't raise y'all to be that way.
Okay.
And so all I can tell you is, my ex-wife at the time went with my mama, and so did my brother's ex-wife go with my mother, and they came back saying, okay, the wedding is on this day. And I was like, because my mama raised me not to shack up, and I'm like, okay, it was like that. But it's not like I was forced to do it, but I understood what my mama was trying to say. If you want to be blessed, either you got to stop shacking up, or you got to make this right now as a God.
Well, to me, it was almost like it was forced.
No,
you saying that it wasn't, but the hammer on the head.
But here's the deal. I guess it wasn't forced in a sense that I wasn't going to move back home, and I wasn't going to move out from my shacking up experience. So what was I really doing? If I was at that point, if I was determined to stay with my ex-wife at that time, and I wasn't going to move back home, and we were going to try to still work and do better and do more, my intentions wasn't to leave. So what am I really doing?
So you really took on a wife,
not being prepared for life, not even knowing who I was.
Right. Yeah. But wait a minute, because I'm trying to get into the mindset of the people. Okay, so you really took on a wife before you took on a wife.
I took on the responsibility of stepping up and being a man, a good man. I thought I was, in my mind, that's what you should do. You should not shack up. And see that belief system was even with me when I met my wife now, and we discussed this. Of course, she wasn't rolling. She wasn't feeling that neither, and nor were I, because we don't do the shack up thing. She didn't do the shack up thing. I don't do. First of all, she has daughters. and we're not going to shack up and be, we're not going to send that image. We're going to send that perception to her daughters. She was a stickler on that. To be honest with you, if I had to fast forward, when I met Katrisa, you know how long it took me, first of all, to get to Katrisa's house? I'll never forget this. Katrisa, if you listening, man, do you remember this? Katrisa invited me over around 1 o'clock. It was doing. I was off that day, and about 1 o'clock, Kennedy was getting off the school bus in the 4th grade, and I guess my visit was pretty decent. We were sitting in the room, we were talking, really getting to know each other, and she looked at me and said, "Oh my God, Kennedy almost home," and that bus pulled up. And Katrisa almost made me twist my ankle trying to get me out the house because she didn't want her daughter to see a man that she hasn't formally met coming out the house. Because she didn't want that. Right. She didn't want to see, her mom didn't want her daughter to see her running men in and out. Right. I understood that. I respected that. So I allowed her to push my big behind out and almost rolled my ankle there in the driveway. And Kennedy, she running from the bus like a little 4th grader. And she saw me, but she didn't see me. But later she said, "Mama, who was that?"
Oh wow!
Busted. But out of respect, I understood. So the same mindset that I had, not want to shack up. Well, that's always been with me. Okay.
So let me. So, and let's understand, we're not talking about. We're not.
We're now seeing she's driving, and
We're not.
That's my daughter.
We're not talking about shacking up. We are talking about, do a man need to be stable before he takes on a wife? Now, me personally, I believe so. But you have some women out here that believes that I can help him, because I posted something on my Facebook page, and I think you came in and you said some, but there were some women that actually said that I believe when I met my husband, he didn't hardly have anything, but I helped him kind of establish himself, and now he got his own company or what have you. Me personally feel like that when you ask me to be your wife, that means that I'm already stable. That means that I'm finished with what I had to do. So therefore, I'm able to bring you on in comfort.
Okay.
Not having to worry about anything. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here as your helpmeet to help you build, not stabilize yourself. Not establish. I'm sorry.
That's when you and I had to part.
I'm sorry.
That's that fork in the road, my sister. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna miss you, my sister. I'm gonna miss you, but I gotta leave you.
Too. But I'm just saying, I'm here to help you build. I'm here to accumulate more. I'm not here to help you establish yourself.
Okay. Now that's the key. Now you brought me back to the other side of the road because you said establish yourself. Now we can walk this journey together. Because I thought you was going another way, and I had to part my ways. Because I'm still gonna stick up for the brothers, for the fellas. Now, since you say establish yourself, I guess I'll walk with you a little bit further. But let me say this and use me for example. At 21 years old, my definition or my outlook on marriage was totally different from 25 years later when I stepped into marriage again. Meaning, I thought, ladies and gentlemen, love is not all you're going to need to have a thriving marriage. Again, love. That old girl, you so fine. My man so sexy.
And all that.
Oh, we made beautiful music together. And you know what I mean? I'm going to say music, but you know what I'm talking about. It can take more than that if you think you're going to thrive. When you are young and in love, or when you're a younger person getting married, and you have no concept of what you're really going to go through, you really think you're going to have more of the for better days than you will or worse days. You think you're going to have more of the for richer days than you're going to have for poorer days because you're operating through your emotions. But when you wise up, your second time around, you understand There's no need for you to say. Like I'll tell you, I was on Andrew's men's conference this Monday, and one of the pastors that was on the deal, one of the ministers, he said, really, you can take the for better and richer out of the vows because everybody's going to want to be there for the sunshine days. The real vow is for poorer and for worse. And as you get older, you realize when you take a woman's hand in marriage, are you really solidly ready for the worse and the poorer? So therefore, I think you need to be established. With yourself. You need to know who you are. You need to know where you're going.
Yeah.
And whatever dreams you want to sell to that woman, you need to make sure you're actually operating and scratching things off the list as you move closer to reaching your goal.
Right.
Now, if you just like to blow a lot of smoke because you're good at pitching a sale, like you're making a sales pitch, but you're not good at actually executing that thing, I think you might as well just stay single. Because when you take on a wife, please understand your wife to be is going to she's going to risk life and limb on your word, man. So if you're not a man of your word,
that's the key thing.
You can destroy people, dude.
That's the key thing.
You can literally destroy
because as a woman and as a first of all, as a little girl growing up into a woman, we as women, we depend on that man. Mm-hmm. Whether it's our father, whether it's our brother, or whomever before we get to that husband. Okay? So we depend on them. We lean on them. We saying, okay, you know what? Daddy, we need this and we need that. And even if daddy is not in the child's life, in that little girl's life, we still need a male figure in our life. Now, listen at this. So now that we are a grown woman, we shouldn't have to go out and get straw and hay and get the stuff that, that man should already have.
Well,
why we got to go out there and get all of that stuff to bring it back on our back in order to...
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. A man should be the strong tower. And more than just finances. Because some guys overdo it in that area and then lack in others, and this marriage still won't work.
So women, stop going out trying to get these little boys and trying to turn them into a man.
Wow. That's a lot of pressure for a woman to be able to see a big old, let's say a man of my stature, my physical stature, or just a big, strong, sexy, goatee, dressed nice kind of man. Hold on. And you have to make sure there's not a little boy operating that big old body. And that's a lot. I'm saying that's a lot of pressure on y'all to be able to see past that strong, manly exterior and make sure there's not a little boy in there working that joystick like a game controller. It's very hard for y'all to see that. So it falls back on the man to say, hey, dude, if you don't have all your ducks in a row, please understand that marriage is a marathon that will test you daily.
You know what? I'll tell you, I see a whole lot. Check this out. So, check this out. I see a lot of women that is hauled out. And I might be going
wait a minute. You got to explain to the people, because there's some people riding around their cars listening to us on 101.5 in the Cypress area and say, what in the world is hold?
Okay.
What is hold out?
Okay, so
please explain that. Give me the definition.
I see.
What is hold out? I know what hold out is, but what is hold out?
Where you can see her. Okay, so should I start
she's
from
downtrodden?
Wait a minute. So should I start from the feet up or from the head all the way down?
She looks like she's neglected herself. Is that what we're saying? Is that like hold out? She's neglecting her.
But wait a minute. But that man that's on the side of her,
no,
he's so GQ to where, baby, let me tell you.
Well, that's another topic because he's not GQ for her. He's GQ for the onlookers.
Well, see, but that's that woman that's trying to help establish that man. Somebody gonna miss that.
So maybe women should be careful about choosing that man that has a boy operating him because that man represents status for that woman. Could that be it?
That could be it, or she got a low self-esteem and she just
she
needs that push that you know.
I can see that because y'all do it for us all the time. We guys see it all the time. Beautiful women, beautiful women. Being with a guy, and you like, how did he get her? And then if she with him long enough, he go from ashy to classy. Now he walk in, yeah, what's up, fellas? You know what I'm saying? Now, wait a minute. You're still looking like you looked. Don't get it twisted. It's just that having her has made you feel like you've up your look has upgraded. It has not upgraded. She's just like your toes and your knees. You know, women like odd stuff on a man. She don't even look at your face. She like your fingertips because you keep your nails clean. So don't start thinking.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're looking like E.T. Don't start thinking you're beautiful all of a sudden because you just happen to get lucky. Don't come in and act like you all that now.
Okay, but
y'all boost a man up to where he feel like he's more. He gets bloated in the chest.
But that's because we.
Yeah. Katrina said that sound like Waiting to Exhale. Exactly. That movie Waiting to Exhale. Now you start feeling like a little something. What was that movie when Bobby Brown's teeth was all messed up? It was like a black women that was in a group, and she got his teeth fixed, and all of a sudden he thought it was
something. Is it Tuki play that game?
Is it Tuki play that game? Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah. His teeth was all jacked up, and she got his teeth fixed, and all of a sudden he think he the man.
Well, he slid up to her and started feeding her all of that good stuff.
Y'all have a way of wooing us and making us feel like. Puffing us up, making us feel like we're better than what we actually are. Now, going back to the topic, you have some women that don't mind starting at the bottom with that man if he's good at selling a dream and if he's good at actually executing as he's working his way up. Now, I go back to that movie Acrimony. Did you ever see that Tyler Perry movie Acrimony?
Yes.
Okay, remember he believed that he can get this invention going, but it kept failing on him. And after a while, Tasha P. Henson got tired of him because he used all her money.
Right.
All her money, and things wasn't working. And the moment she give up on him,
here comes
that boy hit it big.
Well, hold up.
So what about those situations?
No, hold up. I'm glad you brought Acrimony up. What happened is that, yes, she did not believe in his dream, but another woman did. Did y'all see that part? Where that other woman, it was another woman that came in.
That used to work with him.
That used to work with him. And what happened was she started feeding him everything.
Like I said last week.
Like he needed it.
Like I said last week with that
pulling strings in the backyard.
Yes.
Next thing you know, Taraji didn't let him go.
Mm-hmm. And she went stone crazy.
Crazy after this man did hit jackpot. Ding, 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 ding.
All this work, you ran through all my money, but then he came back and tripled, quadrupled the money that he lost.
Okay, so listen, ladies. Ladies, let me tell y'all. I'm talking to my ladies because I don't know if y'all listening or not, but I hope and pray that y'all are. Listen. A man, and I'm sitting on the side of him, but he might try to snatch my wig off. Look,
you better be careful.
Look,
you better be careful.
Look,
I just might snatch it.
I know that's real, but okay. But listen, I'm talking to the ladies. Ladies, it's okay to talk to. Especially, I ain't talking about the ones that's married, please, y'all. I ain't talking to y'all because you're married. You're married. I'm talking about us single ladies. If you are in a relationship and you feel like that you are giving more into the relationship than that man, but you study trying to pull the best out of him, and you study trying to, encourage him, and you study saying, you know what, how you say, I'm gonna put it like this, manifesting something that's not there. However, I believe that you can manifest something and it does, and it can come to pass. Y'all listen to me good.
So she preaching now. When she started pointing at both screens,
it can come to pass, okay? And now you have manifested and you have spoken this relationship into existence. But in the meantime, God had been showing you that that man wasn't the one, because you study pouring into him and he's not pouring anything into you. But now you have got a leech. Everybody know what a leech is. Something that is hard. Bloodsucker. Yeah, he didn't attach himself onto you because you are giving him
and what
something.
What does it take to get a leech off? It takes fire, baby. You gotta light the fire on to get him off. You gotta light the fire.
So, but because she is lacking something on the inside of her, she is lacking that fatherly love, that daddy love, or that something that's missing, which is God.
Hold on, I think we're missing something too. Go ahead. Is it that she's lacking that? Or is it that it's just a human thing, a human characteristic? That in which we invested so much time, energy, money, and effort into, we don't walk away from easily because we think about the time, the money, the effort, the sacrifice, and you try to hold on to something. Then here come God saying, "Turn it loose." Man, after I spent 10 years sewing into this dude,
First of all, let me tell you.
Right, so that's hard sometimes for some women.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's get this clear. First of all, a woman does not think like a man.
Oh, here we go. Is it gonna be like part 3 of the movie?
I'm trying to help some women out here. Okay. Women don't think like men. Talking about, I didn't put so much investment in him and that. No. Let me tell you one thing. When a woman then got a leech, that means that she didn't pour a lot into him and he didn't see potential. That means that 9 times out of 10, if she got me like this before I put a ring on it.
While married her, right? That's what you trying to say?
No. I'm going to put a ring on the finger, but she going to be the one that's going to be holding it down. Because you held it down from the very beginning.
Is it because y'all...
You held it down from the very beginning. Is it because
some women treat that man like that's their son and they start being too...
Nurturers.
Yeah.
Nurturers.
Okay.
We breastfeed. And we keep breastfeeding that man, and that man is a grown man, but yet and still you want to breastfeed him, and you want to make him feel like now he didn't sucked up. He done leached on now. So now you have a boy.
I got a question.
For a man.
I got a question. Do you believe, man or woman, it's a problem, or there's such thing as dating above your, I don't want to say pay grade, but above your...
Yes.
Okay, for example.
Yes.
Can you kind of like start dating out your league now, even though it's an upgrade, but it can be too much of an upgrade to where there's no compatibility in terms of when the hard times come, there's no compatibility, because now she feels like she looks so good, she's just gonna do absolutely nothing. And you should take care of it. Or she can see them, you hurt you. He ain't going nowhere. Girl, I'm making him look good. Or some guys like that too. Man, my wife doing this. My wife not leaving me.
Yes.
Because he feels like he's above her. He's above her level in terms of what he brings in looks and sex appeal and stuff like that. So he feel like I can do it any kind of way. She's not gonna cut me loose because she'll never get a man like me.
But you know what?
Right?
But you know what? You hit it right on. That's what I was talking about. The whole woman.
So y'all better watch out for them pretty boys. Watch out for them pretty Rickies.
Look, pretty Ricky, because he done already said somebody buff. He done already said that somebody buff that look good. I don't know if y'all seen that, ladies, but he was doing this and all this.
Watch the pretty Rickies.
You watch the pretty Rickies, because the pretty Rickies, yeah, they gonna feel like that they above you.
Like I'm doing you a favor. You over here with pretty Ricky. Going back to my Martin days, watching Martin. She owed Pretty Ricky an apology.
And And if you don't be careful, she will apologize.
She will, because she don't want to lose Pretty Ricky.
She don't want to.
Because she won Lotto when she got her.
Okay, so does it make
or
her...
he won Lotto when he got her.
So does it make her feel... Does it make her feel like she's needed? Does it make her feel like she's something
here's what I say,
when she feels all the time long that she's nothing? Don't let Pretty Ricky leave her now. You let Pretty Ricky leave her, it's going to be a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to both men and women, as we move forward and so should you be established and who's going to dig for you and who's going to be there for you. Here's what needs to be, I would say. Please don't find yourself in a loving, committed relationship with somebody that you think is a flight risk. That's one.
Oh, wait a minute. What's a flight risk?
Somebody that from day to day, you don't know if they're going to take off and never come back, or take off for 6 months, then come back and lie to you and say they had an epiphany and God told them you the one for me, and then they leave you again. Watch the flight risk people. And then on top of that, quit trying to build a relationship with somebody that you already know that they see you as subservient in terms of they're doing you a favor by being with you. I would never want to be with a woman, regardless of what she look like, if in her heart and her mind she thinks she's doing me a favor every time she's in my presence. I'm not looking for nobody to praise and exalt. I'm looking for somebody to love. And if you feel like you're doing me a favor, man, go be somebody else a favor. I don't need nobody to do me a favor.
So tell me this: how important is it that a woman feeds into you and tell you that you are more than what you say that you are? How important is that?
I guess like with my wife, I don't want her to tell me I'm more than what I'm actually. So basically, I don't want you to lie to me and have me walking out here in society. I think I'm Superman.
But why would you think that she would?
No. You said more than what you are. No, I don't want my wife to tell me what she's seeing me, and I'm more than what I am. Now, more than what I think I am, yeah. But I don't want her to blow my head and tell me, oh, you this. Oh, baby, you can go out there. You can beat King Kong. I know you can beat King Kong. And I go out there and King Kong knock my head dead off my neck. Okay? Don't tell me I can beat King Kong and King Kong beat me into smithereens.
Well, see, you know what?
So don't pump me up too much to get my head knocked off. Tell me you see some stuff that I don't see. Like, for example, Katrisa tells me all the time, when are you going to take this music, all this music that you're making, Lawrence, and when are you going to take it out of this room, all this musical equipment you've bought? When are you going to use this and get your music out there? Don't call me in here to listen to another song until you have intentions to take this music from out this room and give it to the world. And she's been saying that for months and months and months, and now I'm finally starting to listen. Oh, it's about to go down in the music with me, and you already know because it's about to go down with us. We're not playing around no more, but that's an example of her seeing something in me that I'm afraid to even, because I don't like failure. I don't like failing. I like winning.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you don't fail, you won't win.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if you don't try, you won't win.
Yeah.
So my deal is, I know I have some good material. I know I created good music. I know I wrote good lyrics. But I'm afraid because I want to be the best when I step out, and that may not be my plan, my pathway. I'm going to have to get out there and learn how to let God perfect that gift as I get out. But that's when you have a good woman and she sees something in you. Now that's helping build in you because she sees that God has already put something in you, and she's trying to get you to understand what's in you and come on out.
Okay,
so that's a good woman.
Okay. So what about the women that says, say for instance, Catrice.
Okay.
She started saying, Lawrence, why don't you just give this up? Give this music thing up because you're not doing anything with it. It's not going nowhere. I mean, and you started wasting our money, putting money off into this equipment, and you ain't doing nothing with it. So
she said to me before. Oh. It's not quite like that, but she's like, you spend all this money. What is this for?
My bad.
Okay, okay. But she didn't say like that, but it was almost like to shake me up. Yeah. Yeah, but go ahead.
So what do you say about a woman like that? That you know, it's like she's constantly telling you that you need to do this, you need to do that. Get off of this and get off of that. I believe that you need to do this and you need to do that.
You as a man, you have to know that you chose a good helpmeet, like you were saying, a good helpmeet.
Yeah.
And if that helpmeet is trying to get you to realize some stuff that you keep defeating yourself in your mind and in your heart. You keep God is trying to tell you you're not listening. He sent your wife to tell you you're not listening, and you keep defeating yourself because you can be too busy listening to Satan. You need to be thankful that you have a wife or a woman in your life that's trying to get you to shake you up and say, "What do you think? Get yourself together, because you can do this if you get your head right." Now that's a good woman.
Okay.
That's also a woman that's ready to build with you from the ground up.
Okay.
Because she's believing in what she's seeing in you. So that's a good woman.
I don't think it is.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I
don't know.
Because the reason why...
As men, we get complacent sometimes. As men, we get complacent sometimes. As men, we talk ourselves out. We act like we're hard in front of y'all. But sometimes we talk ourselves out of pursuing a dream.
Okay, but check this out. The reason why I say that is because, to me, if that man has a dream, you know, he got a vision, why can't she see into the vision and say, you know what, honey, I believe you, I'm with you. But you got, again, you have some women out there, that man has a vision, but she is there to tear it down.
Well, the example that we gave is, I think it depends on the man. If a man just need a little boost, she will give that type of encouragement. But if a man is so hard-headed, defeating himself in his mind, I told you, even with God, he has to send me through the nudging process. Yeah. Because I will allow Satan to defeat me in my mind before I even get started. Even when I wrote my book, Satan said nobody's going to buy it, and I started getting depressed. And God said, you need to change that thinking. So not only is God telling me I'm putting you in the nudging process, he put somebody in my life to continue to nudge me by saying, when you going to get started? You have a da-da-da, when you and people, it all depends on the man. I need that because I need to get out of this fear of failure. And even though I feel like I have talent, but it's mixed with failure. So talent with a fear of failure doesn't even leave the room. So I got to let go of the fear of failure and push that talent regardless if people accept me or not.
Okay.
And so when you have a woman that says, my husband or my man has a fear of failure and I got to help destroy that because his talent will never go forth. That's a good woman, I think. I'm just saying. I think that's a good woman. But every man doesn't need that type of, that technique. Every man doesn't need that. So every man is not like me. Some guys can have a dream and tomorrow they down to bank, getting a loan, open up a business, and they are moving forward. They go. Don't care if they fail or not. They're going to push their dream. I'm too cautious. I'm too cautious. That's what it is. I'm too stuck in. I love stability, but stability has me held.
Check this out, because I have heard so many men say this. That, man, I got a good woman. I got a good woman.
I'm scared for what she's about to say right now.
I got a good woman. She cooks, she clean, she do. But man, I'm trying to go further. I'm trying to do some things, and she not for it. She not with me. And I'm tired of being in the same place.
Okay.
You understand? I have heard too many men. You probably can't relate. But it's men out there. That's the reason why I asked you that question. You know, what do you do when you have that type of woman? Yes.
She's not a visionary.
She's not. I just said that. Mm-hmm. She cooks, she clean, she makes sure your bath water and stuff is ran and blase to the fourth. But then at the end of the day, she don't see the vision. He wants to take it. He won't make, say for instance, he probably want to get off his job. They got enough money saved up, and he want to start his own business. But she's saying that it's too risky.
Okay.
So what men, how do you handle situations like that? And women, y'all know it is some of us out there. And it's men that is out there just the same way. However, we are talking about trying, you know, a man being established before, you know.
And I know our time is up, but I just want to say this before we go. I think a mature man needs to have something going for himself before he take on a wife, because that is a huge responsibility.
That's true. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Right on the
Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk to Lady G.
While being
We hope
afraid.
something was said
Then
that
sometimes you find out